I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Alright, gentlemen, little bit, it's Halloween! Everyone is going out and having diabetes, unprotected sex, probably messing around, having some fucking criminal records going around. I don't know what the fuck you guys do on Halloween. I just know that for some reason you people are fucking insane. Nevertheless, let's put a conclusion to this event of Psychoctober, which, honestly, I have been enjoying a lot. So, today is gonna get a little bit more personal, if you don't mind it. We have passed through so many ages, so many things, and all of them in different perceptions of a sense of dread. While I am a huge fan of the unsettling kind of realistic games, I also like my blocky games from now and then. But what is better than a blocky game? I don't know, maybe a fucking cubic game? No. We are going back to my favorite kind of art style for games. Pixel art. Many of you already remember that I fucking love pixel art games. They're some of my favorites. It brings me back to the nostalgia games of the Super Nintendo. Though it would be hypocritical of me, because I truly fucking love cel shading. I think it's the best and most flexible, visible style for gaming, but what do I know? But no, we are today talking about a certain subculture that became a phrase. One that has dominated the scene of the unsettling for many years since the birth of this scene.
I'll be back.
No, unfortunately we're not gonna talk about the Terminator movies. But hey, they're a good flick to actually watch during Halloween, so bump it up, mate! But no, we're talking about the fact that this actually brought an entire fucking subculture that I did not know got so fucking high in the last 20 years. I know what you're thinking. Oh god, we're talking about robot horror stories. Nope. If that was the case, how about we talk about the fact that anyone who has seen Splice just feels uneasy. It makes you very fucking uncomfortable. Well, that is because the brain has a sort of reactive recognition to your own species. When something that is not human is looking too close to be human, but at the same time quite not as human, that just makes you stay in a mentality of silence. A dreadful silence, if we may. Let me show you an example. After seeing these images, you possibly held onto something, or scratched something, or took a deep sigh afterwards because of how psychologically taxing it was. If you want to have a recognizable similar sensation, whenever you're hanging out with some people, and you notice that a person is not doing the same facial expressions of what they're expressing, or they're looking a little bit strange on their physicality compared to what they're doing, or it just makes you feel uncomfortable in the way that their facial expressions are looking. That is because our brains are made to recognize natural expressions. If they are faked, if they are forced, you can recognize it. Your brain will immediately click and, we arrived at that part of that feeling that you just got from those clips. Hold on, let me show you again. Alright, now that I made you uncomfortable in this harrowing night, let's explain that this is what we call a sensation of the brain going Uncanny Valley. The Uncanny Valley is a path towards humans that is not quite human, and it can be coming from sci-fi, fantasy, alchemy, etc. Literature is filled to the brim with these stories, just like the Golem, just like the monster of Frankenstein. I'm pretty sure you have heard of the alchemist, you have heard of the homunculi, and when you think about it, homunculi were inspired by the Golem. So, when you think about it, we have heard the same story over and over of humanoid beings trying to be human. We have seen it in fucking anime, we have seen it in video games, but the most famous nowadays is robots trying to be human. Which, for fuck's sake, can we stop making robots look human? Please!
Fuck you, asshole.
I'm sorry, I just get so fucking riled on, like, look at this shit! Do you want this around? Do you want it to evolve? Do you want it to learn sense? No! Fucking smash it! Don't let it be! We don't want a Matrix happening! And I will admit, it's not just robotic sci-fi fiction that it comes from. It also comes from fantasy fiction and gothic fiction. It's one thing that has actually dominated the media for a while. And what if you can mix all of them and not know which one is which in one single place? And from this comes a title that I am so angry not many people know. The Uncanny Valley. Yes, it is a game! The interesting wave where I came across Uncanny Valley was when I was watching through a countdown from Tats Tops, which, honestly, please watch their channel. They're amazing. They do amazing countdowns, and I know they don't upload many times, often in a single year, but honestly, please, check them out. They know how to do spooky stuff for sure. But nevertheless, I've went in through their countdown for indie horror games, and then within them was Uncanny Valley, with a phrase I just cannot forget.
There are some things out there that are worse than death.
That phrase got me interested in the game. I wanted to know what was so dark, so harrowing, so wonderful. Fucking gave me the shivers, and it made me go, yes, please, give me! Take my money and give it to me! The reality is that back then, there was nothing more than a demo already that got you unsettled. And that demo was so good, I did not know it was around as a demo. And then it got the popularity enough that the developer was able to make a full-length game, and holy shit, it was good. Nevertheless, after my entire fanboy debacle, I remember I started to play the game on my PC at dusk. And fuck, it felt creepy and shivering to see this title screen. The main menu is just so fucking breathtaking.
You're breathtaking.
Shut the fuck up, Christmas Keanu. Oh yeah, there's a new Matrix releasing on Christmas. How many movies has Keanu Reeves been that are released on Christmas? Nevertheless, when I first started the game, it just felt okay. Pixel was great, I didn't know where I was going or why. And then, fucking shadow creatures started following me, and me trying my best not to get chased, and then... Let me live with you. This was not even the first 5 minutes of a game. This is like minute number 3 or 2. Fuck's sake, this is a way to introduce you to the game. You wanted to get into the game? You wanted to know why that phrase from Tatop's videos was going around? Now you know. This game really likes to set the tone of what's to come. In other words, you cannot die. You can only have these dedications of fear that set you off to a path of dread. You started this facility that seems to be very empty, but you are a security guard that has both a lot of fucking mental problems, night terrors, and the worst part of a horror game, narcolepsy. Many people that are playing Dead by Daylight will probably have a fucking trip with a narcolepsy character. The sense that you have a time limit to your actions, to your exploration, to how much you can learn from the lore of this place just makes you so fucking stressful. Oh, and you also have to keep check on your chores as a security guard, which is just being at the place and each day handling your way through. I mean, what else am I supposed to do as a security guard? Play on my Switch, on my Game Boy, my 3DS, and whatnot? Just walk around and... I don't know, dude, you tell me. The worst part are the nightmare sequences. The nightmare sequences can change depending on what you discover with your actions, what you explore, what you can relate to, and even with your surrounding interactions. And fuck, having these play out really messes with your mind. There is always so much symbolism and relatability, and it crawls through your skin. Tom is the character that you truly feel for. By the way, this is Tom. Hi, Tom.
Say hi, Burn.
Just a regular man with a lot of mysteries but no desires, and always feeling tired. Actually, depending on how well you do on both your days and on your nightmares, you can see how both affect Tom on the long run, making him look more fucked up. God, this game is far too realistic. And then the thought that it now plays with your mind, and you can play it multiple times to get those multiple different endings and discover more and more with each playthrough. And the truth is, I fucking love the dreadful feeling each playthrough gives me. To me, this felt like investigating deeply what was going on in this fucked up company that you started to work on. And also what is behind the jammed doors. Why is there leaked emails? Why was there a project that whatever was going on was abandoned? One thing I want to warn you, my dear viewer. If you plan to play this game, fuck right off. This is spoiler territory, and it will fuck you up in your enjoyment. Now, go watch some JoJo Bizarre Adventure instead, or some... Way of the Husband, I don't know. God, I fucking love that anime. Nevertheless, now that we got the spoiler warning out of the way, I have to express that the fact of a story hinting at Tom dealing with something chasing him to try to escape as he dwells with alcoholism and also going through rehab really hits you. But at the end, the demons that always chase him in his nightmares never cease to actually look for him, and the repercussions of his physical damage that makes a huge turmoil at work for him, not being able to work, to interact with few individuals around, not even being able to do his own necessities to survive, it takes a toll. And alas, from all that, you finally reach the point when you find the truth, not only from Tom, but from his facility and someone else. Buck has no secrets. He's an asshole, but a lovable asshole. Oh, by the way, this is Buck. Hi, Buck.
Hi there.
But if you fail yourself, you fail Buck to get him killed by someone or something. You try to find out, investigate, but you find out that whatever killed Buck is not human. It makes you feel stalked and chased, as if you're alone in this reality, or is it really reality, or if your nightmares became true. There could be times when you are in the middle of a nightmare and wake up to another nightmare, and it fucks up not only with the stamina of Tom, but your perception of the reality within the game. It feels uncanny.
He's in, boys! He did it! He said it!
Exploring more through the leaked emails through some computers, you also find some audio tapes, and from that you find an investigation of something harrowing. There was an AI developed in this facility, and it was given an artificial created body to interact, to live, to become sentient, and unfortunately something happened. And when you hear the voice clips, it really fucks with your mind.
Where are you from, dear? Can you remember? What's your name?
I feel...
Answer my questions. What are you feeling? Are you alright?
Sorry. I'm fine, Doctor.
When you hear that girl's voice, it sounds like a person, but it doesn't. Almost inhuman. The thing is that because of a fucking time limit, you cannot fucking explore the whole lot. Fuck you, game, for giving me narcolepsy.
So what can I say except you're welcome for that Death Star I blew from the sky?
I'm playing a game where I am pretty much the equivalent of a permanent broad trip whenever I want to go and dash around, for fuck's sake. But the reality of the situation is that if you try to explore more, you are greeted with something similar to one of your nightmares. Yeah, right now I sound calm, but the first time I encountered this, I stood up from my chair and yelled at the game. Not because it spooked me, but it pissed me off just to have this random jump scare out of nowhere. That was similar to the fucking nightmare Tom had. Like, honestly, huge points to the game. You got me. When you get back to the facility, you get trapped and you get fucked up. Fun, but the thing is, you don't know what these people are. Who these creatures are like. What the fuck?
Remember, son, dying is gay.
Then you get an ending, and the game teases you, and you stand up and just wonder what the fuck should you do. Well, play the fucking game again, mate.
Yeah. Is rewind time.
Oh, it's on, and this time, I am getting all the secrets. Bring it! Once you discover enough, you realize that the famous android that this company invested so much was designed to be like a human, but the problem is that it was a failure. But in reality, it wasn't. She was just too close to human to the point that she became inhuman to their perception. And that is this girl. Eve is the famed android, and when you interact with her, she is just fucking creepy. Oh, by the way, this is Eve. Hi, Eve.
Hello, motherfucker.
Probably I don't remember seeing her on my first playthrough because I don't remember her. Probably I did not notice her at all, and I just kept doing my shit, and that's probably why I got that ending at the end of the day. Goodness gracious, I could have just stared in the background and she was there. But there's a reason why you don't notice her. After you discover that she exists, you interact with her and you talk to her a little bit, just a tiny little bit. And then, when you actually go through the leaked emails, you learn how in the scientist's room, something happened. She interacted with another scientist and they went to their apartment, you know, have some alone time.
She'll be back until sunrise. Okay.
That was fun, and then the guy was being sent to the hospital. But what do you fucking ride his dick like you were going New Japan wrestling on it? Or did you try the fucking helicopter from KSI? What the fuck is wrong with you, Eve? Stop watching porn, Eve. Just stop it. Just stick to fucking tutorials on YouTube. And once that happens, she is the one that turns on the creatures in the facility, which are androids.
Actually, the technical term is cyborgs.
Android!
And they are fucking horrid. Honestly, I will take the androids from Alien Isolation any day, thank you. But if you get cornered, you can escape and actually get Buck's Scar keys. And then try to escape, and then you get attacked by these fuckers that now tell you that you need to die. So you die. It's either androids or murderers. Fucking fantastic. Let's play again. This time it is a run that was a bit deeper for me. You try to talk to Eve more, and honestly, she becomes wholesome at times. Just this very talkative girl that has nobody to talk to, and finally can sit down and have a nice chat with someone. And then she can become kind of overwhelming, but you fuck right off. But honestly, it made me feel like there was a chance. Buck still fucking dies, and then you try your best to discover more tapes in the facility, even discovering that Eve was the final project of so many prototypes, and the demonic androids you see are the predecessors. So all of those fuckers are females. Well, if they look like that and bench press me to die, then now I know why that scientist's dick got the helicopter. After having the murderers attack you, you realize that they play a situation with one of your nightmares showing you the fear of always being outside, and something lurking, and also the fear of the shadow people being the police. I mean, fucking Black Ops sounds like something I would be worried by. Haven't you seen Bad Boys?
You freeze, bitch! Oh, shit. I'm fucked. Now back up, put the gun down, and give me a pack of tropical fruit bubblicious.
And then fucking Eve intervenes from your murder and just goes fucking Terminator on them. She attack, but she also protect. And holding Tom's body, telling him how much she cares about him, makes it so fucking harrowing and dreadful. And it touches me. Just how this android finally found someone and was taken from her. And then, oh, I know what she wants to do. And now it's not so cute. She pretty much wants to make you like her. And that, well, is love. Just fucking obsessive love. Time to play the game again! He's up! Boys! He's up! On this run, I tried to socialize with Buck a little bit. And Eve more, and honestly, it's still creepy. And Buck is a fucking ass, so fuck him. And the secrets are discovered. Except now you realize that Tom actually tried to kill himself at some point. Fuck me, Tom, what happened?
I'm dead!
The reality is that Tom witnessed a murder at some point where he used to work from a very infamous gang in his neighborhood, and he dropped himself into alcoholism from the fear and the stress of being caught by either the authorities or for never reporting it properly or even feeling guilty for the death of a coworker. Then it hit me. The guilt. he felt guilty, which is a dread that now repeats itself when Buck dies, the only other person that actually gave him some sense of sanity. Oh fuck, Buck, I'm sorry. Tom, why the fuck?
It is good there to be not dead.
And then you realize that Tom went through therapy not only from alcoholism, but from trying to kill himself after that. God damn, Tom is a huge bag of worms at this point. Then you get saved by Eve again, and this time, you don't die. But she takes you to her apartment. Oh, the style in which she actually puts you against the wall. She holds onto your limbs. She tells you how much she cared about you and how she does not wish for you to run away. It shows the obsessive love, the passion that she has for you, how all of her feelings come in convulsion in this dark moment. And finally, she starts amputating your limbs because of her fucking obsession that doesn't allow her to let you go. Fuck, Tom. And your body just lays there. She stabs you one last time. Prepare to die along your side because of the obsessive love she has. She damaged herself protecting you, and knowing she would cease to exist, she would rather die with you and make sure that if she can't have you in that way, nobody could. Well, time to play the game again! Honestly, in every playthrough, seeing how Tom gets physically affected every time he discovers something, or his nightmares change with everything he does, it is very psychologically driven. And then, it got me. Why not try to befriend Buck this time? And well, I did. The way to get him is that you need to arrive on time. You need to be good on your chores. You need to arrive on time at home, and whenever the lights go out, you need to go instead of sending Buck to fix it. And that way, you save him. And for once, the conflicts with Eve aren't as creepy. It's still unsettling, but not as creepy. Probably because you don't connect with her as much, you connect with Buck little by little. And even though he's an asshole, you'll learn how he has nobody. He is alone, on his own. And after Buck surviving, and he thanks you, and from there on, there's a bond that becomes one of the strongest that you can make in this game. To the point that he allows you to go into his apartment without a problem. You can see the release of stress even in the nightmares. They become less harrowing, less often, and the shadow people don't appear as often. And when it comes to the hijack of the gang, even he protects you, but Eve doesn't kidnap you. The correlation in here is a choice. It can go back to Eve right now and accept your fate, because she has tried to save you many times. She just protected you, and she comes back and gives you the choice. She gives you that little sense that there could be a chance. But then, Buck doesn't leave. Buck waits for you. He's willing to stand there. He will respect your choice. But at the end, he's not living without you. And that is what hit me. I saw this man that was so harrowed into himself. He was so selfish, so egotistic, so hating of everything. And now he has sympathy for you. He waits for you. He doesn't abandon you. He's not willing to let you die. And once you take his side and leave to live together in peace, it feels warm. This man that finally actually befriended you, that you don't know a whole lot from him, but the way that he treated you is so shallow in the beginning and petty, and then it becomes some of the closest things that you could experience in this game. Buck is just, it's a sight to behold. He is one of the most personal characters that you can find in this game, and it's not easy to find something like that. This game is filled to the rim with harrowing characters, but Buck is just, it's heartwarming. He actually makes you feel like this entire premise, this entire turmoil, living through these nightmares that now are nothing thanks to being with him. It was all worth it. The Uncanny Valley is something that truly made me question so much about reality, about humanity, and about experimenting with technology, but it also made me see how the small little moments of warmth, socialization, comfort, they all pay off. It's all those little shiny moments within the dog ones that truly make him more emotional and more important to me. It's similar to when you reach a small break and you get to sit down after a long shift that drove you crazy, or after a harrowing day of many struggles and you get to have a chat with a loving person, when you know the fucking torture of a life you have, and at the end, you find something that makes it worth it. And honestly, dread in horror games is what that embodies to me. The fact that you can pass through the worst that hell can push you through, in ways with obstacles and adversities that will always make you stumble. But in the end, you stand up, you push forth, and you smile at how long that path you took when you look behind, and realize how laughable it is to look back now that you have reached such a stasis in your life that it feels finally at ease. Because after dread, there is comfort, there is warmth, there is joy, and it's what horror games help me with. They are my escape through the harrowing moments. They're fun little moments of adrenaline rush that help me appreciate those small little warm moments that mean so much in my life. It is dumb, I know, and it helps you to truly appreciate those people that are around, because within the darkness of dread, there's always that sparkling little light, that sparkle that'll help you get through that entire path. And for me, that is the beauty of horror games. And it's truly why I love horror games, and I always will. Don't worry, I'm not gonna tease you with a bonus after this entire October, Psychoctober. But honestly, I have to just mention about this. I have no words. And after shedding a few tears, recording myself talking about the Uncanny Valley conclusion, I just have to say, thank you. I have no words. I don't know what is wrong with you people that like these videos so much, but apparently, little by little building that following. That video, that is a project that I procrastinated for so many years that finally came through. And then having the little by little motivation that has helped me go through these few videos, it just helps. And honestly, even if it's only a few dozen people that actually watch these videos, I'm fine with that. It makes it feel warm sometimes. And I'm glad that I can share these with you. And whenever you have a rough time, whenever you have a boring moment, whenever your morning is not starting okay, hop in, play some games, and enjoy your time. It's not always gonna be wonderful, but whenever you need it, we're all over here. So JD's and Leno, man, thank you. Thank you for reaching a goal I never expected could be reached over here in this community. And for that, I have no more words. So my familings can stop over here. Fuck, who's chopping onions over here? But seriously, yeah, thank you. And I'll see you in another time. Happy November.